Good morning all the students. Let's discuss now about part 6 of document maintenance in pharmaceutical industry. So far we have discussed many documents and most important documents used in the pharmaceutical industry for achieving quality of the product. Now as a last part of document maintenance in pharmaceutical industry, we are going to discuss most significant document that is must to maintain all the ways in processing and manufacturing of a drug product. And all the documents are prescribed under GMP, Good Manufacturing Practices. The documents today we are going to discuss about are reports and documents, distribution records, reports and documents, distribution records. Let's move on to reports and documents. What is the purpose of documentation? It is the key to GMP compliance. It is the key to good manufacturing practice compliance. It is done to ensure traceability of all development, manufacturing and testing activities. To ensure traceability of all development, manufacturing and testing activities. And it is to provide the route for auditors to assess the overall quality of operations within a company and the final product. It is applicable to provide the document maintenance is important to provide the route for auditors to assess the overall quantity of operations within a company and the final product. So what are the purposes of documentation? It is the key product of GMP and it is done to ensure traceability of all development, manufacturing and testing activities, and it is applicable to provide the route for auditors to assess the overall quality of operations within a company and the achievement of final product with a 100% quality. These reports and documents are a part of good documentation practices. What are the 10 golden rules of GMP for documentation? First one, get the facility design right from the start. Get the facility design right from the start. Second one, validate processes. Third one, write good procedures and follow them. Get the facility design right from the start. Validate processes, write good procedures and follow them. And fourth rule is identify who does what. Who does what. Fifth one, keep good records. Sixth one, train and develop staff. Train and develop staff. Seventh one, practice good hygiene. Practice good hygiene. Eighth one, maintain facilities and equipments. Maintain facilities and equipments. Ninth one is build quality into the whole product life cycle. Build quality into the whole product life cycle. And the 10th one is perform regular audits. Perform regular audits. Identify who does what. Keep good records. Train and develop staff. Practice good hygiene, maintain facilities and equipment, build quality into the whole product life cycle, perform regular audits. These are the 10 golden rules to be followed for documentation to achieve the 100% quality in drug product, final product. Let's see what are the objectives of reports and documents. Objectives of reports and documents. If we maintain properly reports and documents, it will define the specifications and procedures for all materials and method of manufacture and control. It will define the specifications and procedures for all materials and method of manufacture and control. It is to ensure that all personnel concerned with manufacture know what to do and when to do it. All personnel concerned with manufacture know what to do and when to do it. And the reports and documents are maintained to ensure that Authorized persons have all the information necessary to decide whether or not to realize a batch of a drug for sale. It is to ensure that authorized persons have all the information necessary to decide whether or not to release a batch of a drug for sale. And the documents will ensure the existence of documented evidence, traceability, and to provide records and an audit trail that will permit investigation. It is done to ensure the existence of documented evidence, traceability, and to provide records and audit trial that will permit investigation. And it is also ensures the availability of the data needed for validation, review, and statistical analysis. It ensures the availability of the data needed for validation, review, and statistical analysis. These are all the objectives of reports and documents. Next, we will discuss about the scope of documentation. What are the scope of documentation? First one is building and premises. We need to document what are the aspects under buildings and premises. Installation, validation, cleaning and maintenance. Next one related to personal documents, training and hygiene. Then third one equipment, installation, calibration, validation, maintenance and cleaning of equipment should be documented. Then about materials, its specification, testing, warehousing, use, rejection and disposal also are documented. Then about processing, individual steps in the process of manufacturing including controls thereof should be documented. Then about finished goods, documentation on finished goods, in that specifications, testing, storage, distribution and rejection and or disposal are also documented. So these are all the scope of documentation in pharmaceutical industry. Let's move on to the requirements of reports and documents. What are the requirements of reports and documents? There are 13 number of requirements generally given under GMP. So what are those? Let's discuss those parameters. First one, reports and documents should constitute an essential part of the quality assurance system. These reports and documents constitute an essential part of the quality assurance system. Second one, documents must be designed, prepared, reviewed and distributed with care. Third one, it must be approved, signed and dated by the appropriate competent and authorized persons. Fourth one, reports and documents must have unambiguous contents like the title, nature and purpose. Fifth one, it must be regularly reviewed and kept up to date. Sixth one, must not be handwritten. Any correction made to a document or record must be signed or initialed and dated by the authorized person. Eighth one, a record must be kept at the time each action is taken. Let's see other aspects also. The ninth one is storage of critical records must be at secure place with access limited to authorized persons only. 10th one, records which are critical to regulatory compliance or to support essential business activities must be duplicated and stored separately from the originals. 11th one, data may be recorded by electromagnetic or photographic means, but detailed procedures relating to whatever system is adopted must be available. Along with the data, we need to keep the procedures also, detailed procedures also for that particular data. Then 12th one, the data can be rendered legible within an appropriate period of time during the period of retention. If retention of materials, the data can be rendered legible within an appropriate period of time. Then 13th one, if data is modified, it must be traceable. So these are the requirements for reports and documents as per good manufacturing practices. Let's move on to the most common types of reports and documents. As we have discussed in the previous chapter related to documents, there are 7 number of documents are maintained as per good manufacturing practices in pharmaceutical industries. What are they? Quality manual, policies, standard operating procedures, batch records, test methods, specifications and logbooks. What is quality manual? It is a global company document that describes in paragraph form the regulations and parts of the regulations. What are policies? The documents that describe in general terms such as security, documentation, health and responsibilities. What are SOPs? As we have discussed in the previous unit, not in the previous unit, in the same unit in the previous class about document maintenance, we have discussed briefly about SOPs. What are they? They are step-by-step instructions for performing operational tasks and activities. Instructions for performing operational tasks and activities. What are batch records? These documents are typically used and completed by the manufacturing department. What are test methods? These documents are typically used and completed by the QC department, quality control department. What are specifications? The QC department will compare their results to specifications to determine if the results pass the test, if the sample pass the test or not. How you are doing in the practical, whatever result you are getting, you will be comparing with the official standards which is available in the pharmacopoeia. Likewise, the specifications mentioned in the official pharmacopoeia are compared with the obtained results by QC department and it is documented, so it is coming under specifications. Then logbooks, they are bound collection of forms used to document all the activities. Next we will see about the levels of reports and documents, where when level is increased, specificity of documentation also is increased. Level 1 is quality manual. Quality manual is maintained with level 1 where specificity is less. Then company policies, that is standing in level 2. Then SOP at level 3. Level 4, most important documents. What are most important documents that increases specificity of the results or reports? What are they? Batch records, test methods, specifications and validation documents. Here is the link for a checklist of documents as per good manufacturing practices. Just you can collect the sample format by using this link. Let's move on to the second part of today's discussion, that is distribution records. What are the rules of keeping a good record? The importance of record can be given with a proverb: if it is not written down, then it didn't happen. If you are not documenting, you have not done anything. So documentation and keeping good record is most important. So what are 7 rules for keeping a good record? First one, record all necessary information immediately upon completion of a task. Second one, never trust your memory or write results on a loose pieces of paper. Write your name legibly in ink. And the next rule is, draw a single line through any mistakes and initial and date the correction. Record details if you deviate from a procedure. Do not document someone else's work unless you are designated and trained to do so. Never assume that undocumented work has been properly completed. What are distribution records? Distribution records contain name and strength of the product, description of the dosage form, name and address of the consignee, date and quantity shipped, and lot or control number of the drug product. So the distribution record will be having name and strength of the product, description of the dosage form, name and address of the consignee, date and quantity shipped, and lot or control number of the drug product. Coming to the purposes of distribution records are maintained to ensure that adequate data are available to access trade customers should a recall be initiated, and to record lot number for each order. And the distribution records are maintained to record the dates on which a specific lot of product commenced and ceased distribution, and to contact all the customers receiving the product between the process dates. These are all the purposes where distribution record plays major role. So with this we are coming to the end of today's discussion, and we are completing the unit 4 discussion on unit 4. In the next class you will be having a class test on unit 4, and an assignment also will be prescribed. The title I will post in the classroom. Thank you all for patient listening.